Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack by using code K100 at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
Let me bring something up before we start. Is that okay, guys?
Absolutely.
So I can get your thoughts on this. So in one of the scrums, asked by David Meltzer on what change in the philosophy to release wrestlers like Miro, Malachi Black, and Ray Phoenix, Konnan admitted that it did feel like a change and that everything is a case-by-case basis and that it felt like the right thing for the company and everyone involved. I agree with that, you know.
What do you think the motivation is? All right.
Because he was getting a lot of flack.
Yeah.
Some people were like, yeah, cool, but you know how usually you let the negative comments affect you more than the positive ones? And he doesn't like to hear, you know, large-scale negative comments, and he was getting a lot.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna throw one out there that nobody's talking about.
All right.
Okay. And I will almost maybe give Tony Khan credit here if this is the case.
Right.
Okay. And maybe this is the first wave of him becoming fiscally responsible. Dude, why are you keeping people that you're not using and paying them?
Right.
Just, you know, look at your town. But
here's the thing, bro.
Go ahead.
If by that logic, then why is he releasing a lot of other people that he doesn't even use?
That's my point. This could be the first step.
Well, if it is, kudos to him.
That's all I'm saying. If this was like, if we look, it's like 2 months from now, and they start making that, like they've made some cuts, and we look back at this as like, I'd say, well, that was one of the smart things he did finally start cutting these people because there's no reason to waste that much money. Like anybody would agree on that. You got talent that probably gets like $500. Like if a wrestling, an indie wrestling promoter would probably give these people like $1,000. Okay. And they're making like $15,000 a match for the amount of times they're working at AEW. You know, and it's like, well, what do you do? Well, why are you paying these people that much money? You know, start getting rid of some of these people that you're not using. It's ridiculous. Bro, there's nowhere like remember we said that Nyla Rose makes like $1 million a year. Let's say she does. Sure. How much is she making a match? If you were gonna book that wrestler, what would you pay? What would you pay Nyla Rose? Definitely not what she's making per match in AEW. And that's that's just one example.
Right.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, but
here's the thing: they only do indie shows they want to do, and it's usually people that helped them when they started out, so they're always going to give them the buddy price. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way if she's making, let's say, $100,000 a match, nobody can pay that.
Of course not.
But she'll go back like Young Bucks used to do in PWG, and Moxley did with GCW and all that. Like, that's a place they want to work. They understand they don't have that type of budget, but just to show that he's giving back, he'll give him a buddy price.
That's common sense. My point is from Tony's perspective, you know, why would I be paying these? Like, some of these wrestlers.
No, because we've already said it. You know, he's physically irresponsible. He just collects fiscally irresponsible, right?
Yeah.
And he just collects. You know, it's almost like you gave a kid $1,000 to go into a candy store and just get whatever he wants. He's got $1,000. He's probably going to buy. He ain't even going to eat or need. You know, he just collects. Like I've said before, like when you go into a guy's closet and he's got 300 sneakers and you're like, there's no way you wear these. Right. He goes, no, but I have them here in a box. And, you know.
How many sneakers do you have right now?
I used to have a lot. Now I only have maybe 3 pairs.
Okay, 3 pair. All right. Yeah. Joe, how about you?
4.
All right. I used to have like 3 pair.
Right.
I've got like 12 now.
Really?
Currently I have like 12 pairs of sneakers.
Why is that?
Just because I wear sneakers at work. I wear I've got workout sneakers.
So you wear a suit with sneakers?
Yeah, a lot of people are.
So that's very comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's
a lot of places are like that now.
Right. It's kind of you just wear the suit, but I don't wear a suit. I just wear a dress shirt, slacks, and sneakers.
Right.
And I'll wear sneakers that kind of match my dress shirts.
But it's like a Hugo Boss. It's always
Oh yeah. Nice,
high end
right.
stuff. Yeah.
And
Disco
but I have sneakers that I wear on my days off when I go to like the casino or go to dinner and stuff. I have
Right.
sneakers that I wear to go to the gym, and I get sneakers that I wear to work, and I get like 12 pair all together.
Right.
You know, and I do, I'm constantly I'm constantly cleaning my shoes. Like I got the wipes and I'll wipe my shoes clean before I go out.
Right.
You know, so right, yeah. So
I buy the same pair over and over again. Big
do
surprise.
you really?
Yeah. Well, dude, I wear.
Well, then you don't go to Dick's Sporting Goods.
No, well, I buy.
Go to one of these shoe places like Dick's Sporting Goods. You'd be shocked at how many cool sneakers there are. You know,
I just
everything, bro. Gloves.
yeah, it's unbelievable. That place is unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
So if I could opine on the Tony Khan contracts thing real quick, see what you guys think of this, because this relates back to the Monday Night War and all. You know, when the tide started to turn, when X-Pac jumped to WWE, he said in his promo, and WWE gave the impression strongly that Nash and Hall were being held hostage by WCW, which in effect made WCW look way less cool. Oh, these guys don't even want to be there anymore. So I think when guys are under AEW contract and the word starts spreading that they don't want to be there and you're holding them, yeah, it like you said, Konnan, it hurts Tony's reputation, which is already struggling, but also it makes it seem like it's the evil empire that's holding guys hostage that don't want to be there. And that's how WCW was viewed at that time. You know, if Tony is a student of history, then he probably recognizes that.
So it says, answering a rumor about not having production meetings, Khan says he meets with several working groups and individuals at several points during event days. Production people, producers, coaches, announcers. He constantly looking to do better with communication, but that it's a great process for them. He thought some of the things he read were completely untrue, which is why he saw some backtracking about it. He doesn't think about that anymore, I'm sure he does, and wants to eliminate those kind of distractions. He found some of the discourse amusing. Consider the source. Okay, here's the thing, guys. He says that he meets with several working groups.
Throughout the day.
Right, throughout the day. Why don't you just have a meeting with all of them so they're all on the same page?
Right.
You're leaving an opening where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
Dude, there's literally no reason for two separate segments on the show to have the exact same angle. Like that means that the producers and stuff, everything, nobody was in a room together. You laid out the segment, and then the next segment we said, well, wait, we're doing that too. And you could have said, okay, well, we need to change the next segment.
Right.
If you had everybody there.
Yeah,
like, this is such common sense. It's
right,
like,
and the rough outs wouldn't happen.
Right,
catching guys blading wouldn't happen. Right. You know, right here I'm gonna blade. Make sure the camera's somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that to me, you know. Then he says, listen to this. He went down an interesting rabbit hole when talking about his recent run of shows, saying he made a promise to himself 4 years ago at New Year's Eve, going into 2020, that he was going to make great TV shows and would not be nice anymore and turning down people's creative ideas. He said the majority of what you've seeing now is by him. Gee. In Mexico, we have a thing called El Yo-Yo, which means yo means me, right?
Right.
So El Yo-Yo is I did this, I did that, me,
right.
I did, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So he wants to make it clear that he's writing the show like he thinks they're great. Anyways.
Because he's had a couple people that he likes that put him over. Like, bro, like if Sean Ross Sapp and the Fightful and Meltzer and if they're putting the shows over, he's cool with that. Because that's their audience.
Right.
Like they don't care about anything. It's obvious if you think that like they're happy and you're fine with the underwhelming numbers because now you've got your rights fees and you've got your fixed income. It's like you don't care about anything else.
As long
which is fine.
But
but don't have Dave coming out here each week and doing an analysis on the numbers. The numbers are completely irrelevant to your show. All you care about is mutual gratification from your fan base. That's it. And that's fine. But if we're watching this, we're trying to explain to you, well, your numbers are going to suffer because these people are liking stuff that isn't drawing. And if you keep booking stuff that's not drawing, you're never going to get your numbers up. And I don't even know how to why this is even like a discussion that's controversial. You know, it's like,
and you're right.
yeah.
I didn't know too much about Sean Ross Sapp or his influence on him, but Meltzer, I would agree. And since you know Sean Ross better than me, I would agree. And here's the other thing that counts to him more than anything else: cage match ratings.
Right, exactly. But here, Conan, you should understand what I said about the Fightful community, bro. He literally pulled one of their guys
Oh yeah,
from
to
the
work for
Fightful
him.
community to work on a show.
Right.
So it's like, it's like
That was
if you're in a-
criticizing him,
yeah,
right?
well, no, he was putting their shows over.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
in the scrums, he was asking all the corny questions and stuff, everything, and and he was Swerve's cousin. You know, that was an in for the guy.
Right.
But Tony had actually said, I had my eye on this guy for a while.
Right.
Because he was putting over their show, like, I mean, like, he's like,
Yeah, sounds like Trump.
I mean, it really
When
is
the guys would
hysterical.
put him
Yeah,
over
exactly.
on Fox, and he would hire
Right,
them. That
right,
was
exactly,
great.
yeah.
So let me finish this. He said the majority of what you're seeing now is by him, and he realized years ago that's what he should be doing. He said there have been times in the past where he's been too collaborative, and that part of the process is saying no. He's been writing the majority of the show. Okay, so
I mean, it's really funny that he's the one now he doesn't, but he doesn't want to own the numbers.
right.
He just wants to own the positive response to the show, like a great run of shows. It's like none of these numbers of the viewership trends of the show point to anything that these are great shows. But by any metric, it's hysterical.
So before we get into this, I just want to shout out my boy Don Callis. He was here last week, and guess where we went to eat?
Where?
Korean barbecue.
Interesting.
But here's the thing.
Who was at the dinner besides you and him?
Just me and him. But here's the thing. I was so, okay, and he was so tipsy from drinking Sapporo beer,
right,
that the meat was just burning. And he actually made this statement. He goes, "I wish Glenn was here. He
would have been on top of it."
Well, he knows when I took him to Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
I meticulously cook the food.
Yeah,
right.
You did.
Like you see me when I go to Korea. I cook all the food.
Yeah.
For us too.
I absolutely did not. I never burned the food. Trust me on that.
Right, we did. We were eating burnt steak. And I want to shout out my brother X-Pac. I saw him on that show on A&E LF. It's like Legends and Future Stars
or something. Oh, yeah.
LFG.
Yeah, and he looks great, bro. He looks really good.
Yep.
And shout out to my brother Norman Smiley, who's also a good friend of Disco's.
Well, since we were talking about AEW and starting to allow people to leave and do cuts and stuff, I want to give you guys the report on the next 3 rumored cuts for AEW. I know you're going to be very disappointed at some of these. Number 1 is Abaddon apparently will not have her contract renewed. Neither will Zach Knight, and then at the end of the list, Nick Camarado apparently will not.
But that's a future star. That's a guy that was going to turn the place around. What happened there, Joe? He doesn't no talent either.
Well, I don't know. He had his hip resurfaced last year, so he hadn't been working and stuff. And I don't know. I just always thought he had a look. Maybe he'll go back to NXT. I mean, I hope so. I just thought he was good. It has nothing. Like, we weren't close or anything. I just knew him from the factory. I just thought he had something, So I was always looking forward to maybe him getting a spot, but didn't.
Yeah, just like that other guy that you tried to throw on me. What's his name?
Clutch Adams.
Brutal.
What up, Clutch?
Brutal.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.